Hello, hi, and welcome again to the Terminal Podcast, where in the end, it's all about the numbers. I'm your host, and we are broadcasting high above Civic Center Station in downtown Atlanta. And tonight, we are going to try something different. As we can see, it's a little different view. All of my guests are high above downtown Atlanta. We're going to try a hip hop posse cut draft. But before I begin and introduce those on the screen before us, we'll settle the draft order with a tennis question because you guys weren't expecting that. Um, the answer is going to be the number, and from there we're going to go Price is Right rules. So the French Open finished a couple months back when I first actually thought of this whole thing, and it was a celebration of Rafael Nadal's career. He was joined by Roger Federer, Noyak, Yonak Bak. I'm messing up his name. Either way, they were invited.
Djokovic.
Are
There
you
you
trying
go.
to say Djokovic?
Yeah.
So you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
They
go
between
Djokovic.
Federer, Djokovic, and Nadal, there were 81 total tennis major championships between the 2003 Wimbledon and the 2022 U.S. Open. 81 majors. How many did this posse of three win in that time? Is the number I'm looking for. So it's obviously a number less than 81 and more than zero. So I will start with Fuzz in the sky. So Fuzz, what number you got? Where are you calling from, and what's your number?
From DC, I'm gonna go with Coco Golf.
It's not a number.
Oh,
How about Yvonne
he,
Lendl?
there you go. He gets first.
Bjorn
I'll go
Borg?
second. All right, I'm gonna
No, I
pick
want to go last. No, I
65.
want to go last.
65.
65.
65.
All right.
I'm a,
Uh,
I'm a,
Josh,
I'm a,
since your name's underneath and you were the last one to arrive, I'll ask for your number now. If you'd like to say where you're calling from, besides the top of the Truist building.
looking like
The
the
home
eye
of
of
Das
oh,
Effects, New Jersey. Red Man, the
Aha.
whole gang. Naughty by Nature, various others.
And your number?
Uh, you said we're doing Prices Right rules.
Mm-hmm.
I will do $1.
Okay. Kenny
Yep, calling in from McDonough in Atlanta. Let's
and
go
the
with 57.
Kenny is also right above Bobby Dodd Stadium. And 57 and Ed last up in the sky.
sure. I am calling. It's a collect call from Valhalla. That Valhalla, not Valhalla, New York. And then my number is 48.
48.
Yeah.
Well, the actual correct number is 66. 66 out of 81 majors won by them. So the order for this draft would start with Fuzz, and then the next closest would be Kenny, and then Ed, and then appropriately, the person who is the last on the call will be the last to choose. So this is a snake draft that's going
A
to
lot
go
of shade
Fuzz.
being thrown my way.
I'm
No,
just
It's
saying.
like I thought we were
I,
doing posse cuts, not diss tracks. I mean, what's going on?
no.
I feel like the Brooklyn Nets. I should have been number one, and yet some integral for.
Well, this are the rules of a snake draft, meaning the first pick, whoever gets the first pick, which this will be Fuzz, will have to wait until the end of the second round for his next pick. So it's going to one, two, three, four, and four is going to be Josh, who's going to get the first pick in the second round, which would be pick number five. So so on and so forth. This is, as has been said a couple different times, this is a rap posse cut track. It's basically you're going to be creating a track, a musical track of a posse cut, and you can bring whoever you want, like most Def. But the only rule is if you're questioned about the artist being on a posse cut, you have to provide an example. I don't see that being an action, but the song that you're creating is going to be released in this year, 2025. So no Time Lord actions. You can't hop in a TARDIS and tempt Biggie with In and Out in March of '97, so he doesn't go there. Or you can't keep Nipsey Russell out of Crenshaw for a few days
Nipsey
or a couple
Hustle,
days.
Nipsey
yo, the
Hussle,
Nipsey
damn it.
Hustle.
disrespect, yo, the
See? So there you
disrespect.
go. So
Wait, wait,
there you
wait.
go.
So wait, it's got to be people who are alive.
That is
Yes.
correct. There
All right,
should
and
be
you're
a
also
general
missing
theme.
you're missing a
Go ahead.
category. I mean, I probably should have brought this up before we were recording, but there should be like an R&B singer to sing the hook on
You
the
can
Man,
track.
I
you
was
can
thinking the
you
same
you can
thing.
add
Oh, that's good.
I
as
think we
once
should
we
all
get
agree to add that
once we
one
I
get to the
had
category.
one in
category.
mind, my
Wait,
man.
once we
Sorry.
get this to the category, once we get to the categories, there should be a general theme. And apparently, everyone wants to put an R&B person on it, which is a possibility. But is this a summer smash? Is it an underground classic? Something on the Fantastic Four soundtrack? What is it? It's up to you. The 5 categories is number one, who's the top MC? Who's getting top billing on the track? Number two, who is the Scottie Pippen? Who's the willing number two? Who's the willing second star? Who, when the number one star is out and on tour, this guy pops out and the whole crowd loses it because he's his own person. He might rap his own singles, everything like that. That's the number two. The third category is the most questionable, is the career year. This is essentially the best verse for a mid-level MC. And I could give examples. I like My favorite example is the Memphis Bleak example on 1-900 Hustler. It's a great Memphis Bleak verse. Very few other people can name a Memphis Bleak verse. Not that people are going to name that one, but if you listen to it, you'd be like, oh, that was great. But you wouldn't know Memphis, that kind of a person. It doesn't have to be somebody who's horrible or anything like that, but just somebody who's surprised that, okay, so this is that person on this track. The fourth category is the closer. This is just the last person on the track. Like in what's that Tribe Called Quest track?
What's
With
the scenario?
There you
Scenario.
go. So this would be Busta Rhymes in that instance. And the fifth category is the producer who's creating the sound for it. Is it sound like Neptunes? Does it sound like Dr. Dre? Does this sound like Timberland? Does it sound like somebody who's upset with all of this? Um, the question as to what is a posse cut is one that could be debated. There's a Rampage track by EPMD that features LL Cool J, which by technical isn't a posse cut because it's just a group and one person. But then again, that also could leave out The Wick by Gangstar featuring Nice and Smooth, which is a great posse cut track. So all this is debatable. It's up for arguments, hence the point of the podcast. With all that being said, the first selection in
But can
the
I ask
first
one
posse.
important?
Nope.
I have a
Go
question, just
ahead.
a
You have
very
a
important
question. Go
question.
ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I need a ruling on this. Bushwick Bill, alive or dead?
Dead.
Oh, he's
Oh
dead.
man.
Aw.
All right,
Who?
fine.
Bushwick Bill.
Yeah,
Him
I'm
and his
pretty
man were
sure he's
trick or
dead.
treating.
I mean, it's Bushwick Bill. We should let him have him anyway if he wants.
That's all right. No, it's okay. I have
What
time to
happens?
think.
It's what happens when you go trick or treating on,
Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
on the
he lived a
weekend.
lot longer than he should have, so I'm willing to overlook it.
I mean, he did try to shoot himself,
No,
and
he did shoot himself.
no, yeah, so
Yeah.
so there was
He was
effort.
still alive. There was effort. Okay. We'll probably get through the first round, but let's just start this all off with the first selection in the first ever Terminal Podcast Posse Cut Draft. Fuzz,
Coco Golf.
Coco Golf. Are you going to put her as the producer of the track
No,
or
I have a question.
no? Okay.
Are we going by category?
You can
Like,
choose
are we
whoever you want.
starting with the top guy?
No, you could
You
pick
can
from
pick
whatever
whoever you want.
from whatever
Yeah.
category you want to pick from. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm going
But you
top
do
guy
have to
because I
announce the
got.
category. Go ahead. You just have to announce what category you're picking the person in.
Okay, you don't have to interrupt me while I'm announcing the category. Now
Well,
it's
I'd
taking
like to
longer.
interrupt you at this point, so go ahead.
I'm going with Pusher T
God damn
for
it.
my top guy.
All right.
I announced it anyway.
I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of I'm making a note of this, so go ahead. Anything you want to say about using your pick for Pusha T or
No,
your thoughts about what he'll be doing on the track?
I mean, it's Pusher T. I mean, do I have to explain what he's going to do on the track?
That's what a podcast is for.
Well, he's going to talk about cocaine.
Okay. All right. So Pusha T rapping about cocaine. right? Like, Kenny, you have the second pick.
All right. With the second pick, we are going to proudly select Jadakiss.
God damn it.
That's why you got to go top guy first.
So
We gotta
Jada,
say what category though.
yeah, I
No.
was gonna say you got to say what category you're gonna be selecting. So it's the category in the category of. This is my first time doing a draft, so I apologize for the sloppiness of it. But Kenny, what category are you taking him in?
This is I guess this would be what, the number one, the headliner.
You can put him in the head where you want to put him.
Wow, I was prepared for that question. We're gonna have him set it off first. He'll be the first MC.
All right, so you're gonna have him in the number one. All right,
Yeah.
all right. Jada Kiss of Locks fame. Fuzz, weren't you just in Cleveland? Did you see LOX in Cleveland? Were they there or?
No, they didn't. They didn't show up. They were billed, but they weren't there. It was just state property that opened.
All right.
It was supposed to
Wow.
be state property and Locks opening.
I never really fucked with State Farm outside of Beanie.
Oh no, state property put on a show. They were,
Oh, word? Okay.
All right.
yeah.
Freeway had a
Well,
couple of bangers.
Yeah, Freeway. Yeah.
Y'all gonna do
Yeah.
this with Beanie? We really?
well, that's a whole
Woo.
separate. See, Freeway is the kind
I
of person
like
that would be in the
Beanie.
career a year.
I
But
like
Ed
Beanie.
is
All
Ed
right.
is
Yes.
Beanie gonna be your
Yes.
first pick? Ed is
No,
now
he's-
selecting. Ed is now on the what is it, on the clock?
Nah, Beanie's like the problem with Beanie is he's like an NBA player that is constantly hurt. He's all world talent and constantly hurt. You know,
He's just always locked up.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So
yeah.
it's like he does you no good unless you got like collect calls or a burner. So
Right.
I'm gonna go with my number one draft pick, and I'm actually picking my Scotty first.
Okay.
I'm going with old reliable old man hip hop. I'm going with Redman for my old reliable Scotty.
Redman in the two role. Okay.
With the number one pick and the two roll, yes.
All right.
Because my number
Interesting.
ones got taken. Feel like the Brooklyn Nets here. Sorry. Sorry.
All right.
But I'm going with
And-
red. The funk
all
chocolate
right.
spot.
Josh in with the last pick in the first round.
With the last pick in the first round, I'm gonna take Kendrick as my number one,
Solid.
Okay.
and then my number two is my Scottie Pippen is Q-Tip.
Mm.
Because I would
No,
not
that's
allow myself to not pick the lone survivor of the Tribe Called Quest.
That's a good
Okay.
pick.
They all did?
No, well,
Shaheed
Fife
Muhammad
is
has
dead.
Shaheed Muhammad has
at least-
still
Fife is
was
just
gonna
Fife, right?
Just
No,
Fife,
Fife-
yeah. Shaheed
Yeah.
Muhammad is
Is
in
Jerobi-
hiding.
is
He's
Jerobi
in witness
still with us?
protection.
Yeah.
Is Jerobi still with us?
Yeah,
I
Jerobi.
think so.
Yeah, he's
There
still
you go.
making love on the phone.
And I can't. Martin would not allow me to take anybody from De La Soul because he has dibs on that.
Well, I'm not picking. I was gonna say. Well, yeah, no, well, that because is it Trugoy who's gone? Dove, I know.
I believe Trugoy.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Don't ask me which plug.
I was gonna say. I think he's plugged too. That's
I
what I
want
was
to
gonna
say
say.
it's two, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's plugged too.
I was gonna say I wouldn't be able to tell you
Yeah.
for certain. All right, with the sixth pick in the inaugural Posse Cut draft, Ed is
Posse
on the
cut
clock.
next
Yeah.
one. Okay. I'm actually gonna go with my closer next.
Okay.
Feel like I feel like I need a Mariano in this game, someone who's been there, done it all, got rings. I'm gonna go with Nas as my closer. I had a choice between Sonny and Bono. Sorry, I meant Jay-Z. Or Nas, who's still killing it with King's Disease. Like he's still putting up quality work. The
Yeah.
song that he dropped with
Yeah.
Raekwon on that new album is fire. So
Oh,
I have Nas as my closer.
May I say he kills his joint on the Clips album too?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't want to say resurgence because I don't think he ever fell off, but the fact that he's been so consistent, it's kind of a Rolling Stones type of run where there's that one bad stretch where he had not Godson, that was not Stillmatic. There was that one whack album he had. I think between Stillmatic and Godson or something like that. But
Yeah,
for the
I know which
it
one you're
was-
talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Is it
Life is Good?
Nostradamus?
Nostradamus, that's it. Yes,
Yeah,
Nostradamus.
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 Yes, that
I
album.
wouldn't say it was all the way whack album. It had some whack tracks.
But it reminds me, God bless the dead Ozzy. It reminds me of a level of consistency, whether solo, whether group Posse. It's Nas is that dude that you put in there as a closer to finish up shop, send the audience home happy.
All right, see. With the so I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th pick in the draft. Kenny, who you got?
All right, with the 7th pick, I'm actually going to go for my closer as well. So we're going to bring in Sean Carter.
Okay, all right. So Jay-Z comes off the board. Anything you'd like to say about Young Hove? Any of his many
Um,
nicknames?
any nicknames? Let's see. Wow, that's probably the one that comes to mind, Hove. But yeah, we're happy to have him as a closer. We've seen his work before in Posse Cuts. The line that comes to mind, in fact, I was listening to it today, Reservoir Dogs, was
Mm.
how the fuck are you going to stop us with your measly asses? We don't stop at the tolls. We got easy passes. So yeah, that's what we want out of a closer.
Okay. Fuzz with the last pick in the second round.
I'm gonna lock down my beat maker.
First producer coming off the board.
Primo.
Ooh,
Knew it. I
son of
knew
a
it. I waited too long. I should have.
yeah.
No, but wait, what I'm gonna do next though.
Hold on
Mark's
a
not
sec.
gonna know, but
Hold on a sec. Hold on
hopefully
a
some of
sec.
y'all other ones will.
All right. Well, we're gonna have a discussion about DJ Premier in a moment, but let me just get the draft board correct. Give me a moment. All right, so we're gonna run down the first 8 picks so far. Pusha T as the overall number 1, Jada Kiss as the number 2, going to Kenny. Ed took Redman number 3, Kendrick Lamar and Q-Tip are the 4, 5 to Josh. Nas as a very strong number 6, Jay-Z right behind him, and Fuzz, the first producer off the board with DJ Premier in the 8 slot. Fuzz now in the snake draft gets the first pick in the 3rd round. So what you got, Fuzz?
Benny, the butcher.
God damn it.
For what's Benny going into? Is he going to be your Pippen or your career year?
Pippen,
Or
Pippen,
Pippen?
Pippen.
All right.
Yo, dead ass.
Those
I was gonna have him as my top MC. Motherfuck you,
All I
man.
gotta say is Premier, Push, Benny.
Yeah, that is a track. That is a track.
Ah.
uh Kenny, you are up.
All right. So we're trying to figure out what direction we're going to go in, if we're going to go in the beat in a producer, but I think we're going to go for our Scottie Pippen. And we're going to go with a old crowd favorite. Our pick is going to be Big Ghost, Ghostface Killer.
Ooh, okay. I'm saying that based off of the other artists on this track. It's like, you know what I mean? Because you can kind of see what Buzz's track's gonna sound like. It's got Pusha T and Benny and Premier. You've got Jada, Ghost, and Jay-Z. Ed,
Oh yeah, we pushing weight over here.
All
When our coke comes in, you got to use the scale that they weigh the whales with. That's what we
right.
building over here.
Damn. Yo, that really messed me up with the top MC. I had him as a sleeper, Benny the Butcher.
Mm,
I really love his flow, man. All right, so then let me pick my producer then.
okay.
Um, I had Alchemist as my number 2, but I'm gonna go with Heatmakers. Uh, I really like the work that they. I think the thing with Dipset is their beats sometimes they're better than the some of its parts. I
You said
love
beat makers, right? Go ahead.
heat makers,
All right.
like your apartment heat makers.
It's hot enough in here. I feel you. All right.
They did Shatas with Joel Santana. They did a lot of the classics, crunk music. They did this great mixtape album with Joel Ortiz and Fred the Godson, the song Kilo that I just love. I just love that sped up, like speeding up old like 70s tunes and the way they do it. And he finds a way to make it work, whether it's with Joel's, whether it's with Jim Jones, whether it's Cam, whether it's Fred the Godson, whatever. I think he has a lot of what Alchemist has. It's just a little bit more low key, a little bit more street compared to Alchemist, who's now more in demand.
All right. Well, what you have left wide open for Josh
Uh,
picking the final pick in the third and the first pick in the fourth, you've got Kendrick and Q-Tip just sitting waiting, and you've got two more to go off of this track. So go ahead. I'm real curious to see what you're going to do with this.
I want give me Chuck D and give me Eminem. You can slot
As
them where you want.
Okay.
all right.
I mean, Chuck D's obviously not a mid-level guy, but he can take the mid-level spot considering he's like 80 years old.
No,
And
yeah,
then,
you get a current Chuck D. You get a current Chuck D is the yeah, I'll definitely accept that. And
and
then you're
then
gonna
give them close with Eminem and then my
you know,
R&B chick.
oh, you can you go. You've got your two picks. You've moved on past it, but
Well, I'm
um,
adding the category that you refuse to add.
well, you're not going to be able to, so because it's my game and I don't want you
That's
to.
fine. That's fine. I get to go last, so I can add as many people as I want.
That is true. It's true. It could become a what was that song? Was it all in the same gang where everybody came on the track?
All in the
Yes,
same
Yeah.
game.
Everybody was on the track.
self
See, that's what
destruction. I
self
had to put
destruction is
self
another one.
Yeah.
So you
destruction.
could have taken. There's so many people that you could have been like, oh, they was on this track or something like that. But okay, wow, fascinating. I'm pause. Yeah, no, Ed,
So I'm up to my top MC, right? That's my last
you've
pick.
got no, you've got number one MC, and you've
Oh,
also got career
mid
year. You
level.
also got
Okay,
your mid level.
so
Yeah.
mid level. I'm gonna use my mid level exemption on someone who will take it personal and will take because he will take it personal. Will probably drop decent bars. For my mid level exemption, I am taking Jim Jones. Yes, I am putting Jim Jones in the track with Nas because I am
I
that
thought you were
petty.
gonna go with Guru, and that'd probably be a better pick.
I would never disrespect Guru. I would have if Guru were alive, I'd have him as my top guy because I have
Guru's
nothing.
better dead.
Right?
He's better dead.
Wow.
I, I'll take
Why?
a dead Guru over a live Jomo.
Kim Jones and
Jomo,
Nas.
you know what it is with
Look,
Jomo? You know what it is with Jomo? Like I was listening, what's that song that he did with Game? Anyway, like he's good
drafting.
for like these silly little tracks, these silly little verses, while the other guys are doing it. I always thought the star of Dipset was really Jewels. I know Cameron got lazy with a little bit with his rhymes, with like, he
Yeah.
started doing like nursery rhymes at one point. He just got lazy in my eyes. And I always thought Jewels was a talent. But Jim was always kind of like their Pippin in a lot of ways. I'm not saying he's
Just
great or any case.
no,
It's a
no.
throwaway position to be honest.
Yes. Sorry, am I talking
So
too loud? Sorry.
Pippen
Go
was
ahead.
like their Jerry C Sting.
was that?
I mean, Jim Jones was like their Jerry C Sting. How are you saying he was like?
It's not Scottie Pippen.
It wasn't
Like
Scottie Pippen. He wasn't.
Who
He was like, you know
who
what
was
he
the
is?
back who
He's
was the
John
backup for
Paxson.
Horace Grant? No, who was the backup for Horace Grant?
Freaky Zeke is playing
Oh,
before Jomo.
Judd Bushler.
He's Jud Bushler.
He might be Jeb
the
Bush.
Judge
Oh,
That's a
Bush.
all
good
right.
pick.
Oh
That's a
my
good pick
Yo,
God.
right
Jim
there.
Jones
Bill
is Jim.
Wennington.
All right.
All I know
There it
is
is. That's what
Jim
I was thinking. I was thinking Bill Weddington. I was
Jim
thinking not
Brady.
Luke.
Jim
Oh,
Jones is getting Vinny Del Negro out of here. Apparently,
he's on the track though, so he could be like it'd be like when Cannabis was on the track and then LL heard the verse and then went on him afterwards. So it'd be like that. Don't worry, but you're gonna get hype on your track, so that's fine.
yeah, he's gonna
So
he's gonna get hyped trying to he think he
oh, I
better
was
than Nas.
the
So
streets will be waiting to hear it. That's all. Kenny, what
What
you got?
street?
You got two more picks. You got a career year and producer slot left.
All right, we're gonna go for the producer spot because we want to put together a Negro spiritual with these rappers that we got right now. So the only producer that comes to mind for that is Just Blaze.
Okay.
yeah, it's a good one.
I thought you was going to tell me you was going to get R. Kelly out of jail for a second.
Nah.
Really go with you on it. That's what I was waiting for, but that's all right. I'm waiting for somebody to do that. That's my always question. It's like, when can we play R. Kelly again? Is that okay to hear R. Kelly or no?
No,
It
absolutely
No,
not.
we can't.
No,
I believe I can fly. Is
no.
that an exception?
Nah,
Absolutely.
hell no. That's the most pedo song out there. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I mean, here's the thing with me. I always wondered, like, if y'all also like, we're not listening to Michael Jackson, cool. But a lot of
Mhm.
people go the opposite way, and they'll be like, "I'll never listen to R. Kelly," and then they bump Thriller, and I'm like,
And
"Well,
yeah,
That's
and he's got
yeah.
well to his point, cancel culture is really capitalism. Is we pick and choose when and how we, when we fuck with someone when we don't. Because I know
Yeah.
people that's like, I'll never watch a Kevin Spacey movie in my life and then go listen to Michael Jackson, right? Like
Mhm.
same kind of crime, same suspicion, nothing proven.
what did
But
Kevin
we
Spacey do?"
That's got
oh
nothing to
well,
do with this next pick,
He
unless
did
yeah.
some
you're going
really
to unless
egregious
they're
stuff.
He
going to be
did some Michael
rapping,
Jackson shit that he
unless
Oh, no good.
Fuzz,
It's my
as
turn.
I
yeah.
bring it back, you've got the
Coco
fourth.
Golf.
And all right, so Coco is going to be your closer. You're going to have Coco in
No,
the
no,
closing
I got
slot.
two. I got two.
You got the fourth, the last of the fourth, and the first of the fifth.
All right, stop interrupting me. As my career year, it might be early for it to be his career year, but I'm gonna go with Simba.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you never heard Simba, listen to Simba. Go on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would.
he got bars.
And then the
Simba got
closer,
bars.
I'll say this. That
And,
Go
and
ahead.
then my closer, this to me, this is no wild card. This is one of my favorite MCs all time. But a lot of people just aren't on him. I don't know. But I'm gonna close it out with the guy that I just saw in up in Cleveland, Young Chris.
All right.
Y'all don't know mixtape Young Chris. I'm telling you.
I don't. I'll be
If
honest
you
with you.
want
I
a
don't.
closer that's just gonna like lyrically just that Young Chris does that.
As I said, I didn't. That there was some consideration between people, but it's interesting because I knew no one was going to pick. Have y'all heard Simba? Brian played me Simba. I mean, Fuzz played me Simba,
I
so
have
I've
heard
heard Simba.
Simba.
I've heard Simba, but young
I've
young
Go ahead.
Chris, Kenny, young Chris.
We talking about like cartoon Simba or live action Simba? Because I'm
Live,
much more into cartoon.
It's
live action.
live
Oh,
action
Man
Simba
got bars. Like
who
listen to his
does.
freestyles. Highly
Bay
Yeah,
recommend.
Area rapper.
yeah, that's the next. Kenny, you've got your career year, your career exception, your veteran exception. I guess is because this is this is somewhat sports related. So, but who you got?
For career year, this was a tough one, but we're gonna go with Bean. We're gonna go with Beanie Siegel.
I'm not giving you Beanie Siegel on that. There's no I'm giving you Beanie Siegel in that category. It's not happening. I give you Memphis Bleak. I give you Freeway. I give you. Let me give you
Bean's been
all.
a
My
little
man, my
disrespected
man,
on this
That's what I'm
podcast.
my,
saying. I'm
Like
not disrespecting Beans like that. You could have given me Beans as a Pippin. I would have
Bean
taken
has
Beans as a
several
Pippin.
like yeah,
Yeah,
like
no,
yo,
no,
But
no.
Beans was never a solid number two. He was a good number three.
I
Because
don't
even
know
like
the
some of his
truth
verses, like
beanie, the
if you
truth
think
beanie.
the tru-
No.
it was a
Beans is
solid album, but we're not
Beans is
talking like
on no, but he's on no.
there is
Mac
a lack
bitch
of
beanie.
there's a lack of consistency with Beanie, similar to Method Man, where it's like he's great on features. The minute you
Mhm.
put him on an album, it's like it's a little all over the
Okay.
place. I think there's a
I'm
lot
not
of
ask
similarities with Method Man there.
I'm not
exactly. In
asking
fact,
Bean to
Beanie
give me
is I would say
Beanie
he's a
hard.
James Harden. He's
I was
great
gonna
during the regular
Ooh,
well,
season, but if it's
that's
game seven, oh, he's gonna wet the bed.
that's a good one.
I don't
James Harden's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
I was gonna say
So
James
is
Harden is
Beanie,
going to the
but
Speaking
so
of
is
the
hall.
Hall of Fame.
Beanie.
Yeah,
I
Beanie's
Eh,
get
think
in, but
Beanie's not first ballot like Harden.
Long story
no.
short is you're not getting Beanie on the mid-level exception. That's
Just
not
beanie
happening.
on
So come
the
back.
in the club joint. Mac never slip in the
Yeah,
club.
he got the
Yeah.
best verse
No
on
dog
that.
Bama's 4/5
That's
in
Oh
the
my
no,
club.
Jay
That's
Jay
just
Z
the
got the
whole
best
that
verse
verse
on
right
that one.
there.
We're
No,
yo.
arguing we're
Jay Z's
arguing
verse is much better on that one.
we're arguing the legitimacy of the
To
fact
me,
that he's
Beans got
not
the
your
most memorable
mid-level
verse on there.
exception. So he's
Yeah,
still gonna have to pick
the
somebody
game
else.
is ours. We'll never
No,
foul out. Y'all just
listen.
better hope we gracefully bow out. Come
You're gonna
on.
Considering
have to
yo,
pick
Bean
somebody
needs the
else.
lawyer money.
You're
No,
not
Bean
getting
needs the lawyer
Beanie in
money.
the
Bean needs the lawyer
You're
money.
not
He's the
getting
mid-section exception.
I'm not giving Beanie Siegel a mid-level. No, 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 no. I rock too much. I rock too many Beanie tracks. I'm sitting there. I'm the one who's listening to to
See,
Dynasty,
I
the
I will
Dynasty album. Just
I
to
will
hear,
say,
just to
I
hear
will
him on.
say,
Just to hear him on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I will say, Jomo don't look so bad now, huh? Does he? I'm just saying.
No, he still looks bad.
All right, we'll pass on Beans and we'll take Freeway.
All right. See, that makes more sense. Now this is the track that's a lost track on Jada's Def Jam album or something like that, where it
Exactly.
was it was Dust Blaze and Jay-Z and Freeway and Ghostface. You just like, oh, is Freeway on that track too? Yeah, he is. All right. So yeah, that fits. If Beanie's on this track, everybody's heard the track.
Right.
It's not lost. Everybody would have heard the track. Been like, you hear that track? Yeah, no. So no, that's fine. All right. Ed, you've left the number one spot open. So who you got?
Well, I had two of what's left, but I'm gonna go with this one and hope I get because this is the last pick. I ended up with my top spot with my last pick. So right now I'm kind of salvage hunting, if you will. I'm gonna go hope and pray that at least I get a 50 Cent that's doing the BMF intro because I do like that intro. I wish you could wish me luck.
Yeah. Oh,
That song is fire.
yeah, it
Because
is.
I 50 Cent has not been the same since Get Rich or Die Trying. He actually, to me, peaked with that album. I think a lot of his best stuff
Yes.
was in the mixtape when he got shot, leading up to Get Rich or Die Trying. I thought the second album was okay, good, not great. I actually thought the G Unit album was better than that one. But 50, when he's on, you're gonna get a classic like Go Shorty, It's Your Bird. Like they sing that at bar mitzvahs now, right? When he's on. Now, this is billionaire bloated 50 Cent. So we don't know which guy we're going to get in the booth. I'm hoping it's the guy that sings the BMF track. So I'm going with 50 Cent with my top guy. And look, at least I'll get a residency in Las Vegas. So, like, I'll sell tickets with this.
Okay. Yeah, 50 is not bad. Josh, I that you're able to
Yes,
get
sir.
Kendrick, Q-Tip, Chuck D, and Eminem on a track that could come out like tomorrow, or came out. But go ahead. Who's producing
Well,
this is the question.
as
As the
far as I'm
last pick.
concerned, according to my wife, I don't listen to any music that wasn't made with the 19 in front of it. So I'm showing my age, but I think so. My thought was that you need a posse cut for the moment, and you need people that can speak to power and that can address the current political climate. And I think the four of them can do that well. And I think the producer who has done that, and brought three different or four different, maybe even more types of people to really produce songs and albums with messages. So I'm gonna take Dre, and I think Dre
Mm.
brings the best out of
That's it.
Eminem when Eminem was at his best. And I think if I'm gonna close with Eminem, put the two of them together in a room with a
Jeez.
pen
And
and a pad,
Kendrick and
go into the
Kendrick
lab and go.
and Q-Tip. Yeah, wow, yeah. So no,
Though
that
I am
the
disappointed in myself for how west leaning my group is, but
well, Q-Tip and Chuck D got on a plane and flew out west.
right,
That's what it really
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But
I
all
mean,
right,
you don't get more New York than Chuck D.
all right.
that's for
So
sure.
I can run down. I will post all of this, but the tracks once again. Fuzz, you got a thought process of what the chorus is going to be like, or what your track is trying to vibe as, where you think it's going to play with Pusha T, Benny the Butcher, Simba, Young Chris, DJ
No
Premier on the
chorus.
beat,
No chorus.
no chorus.
That is such a fuzz move. I'm not gonna lie. Like having him in the studio, that's kind of a fuzz
All
move
right,
right there. Like
that's
he ain't one for choruses.
Penny. You've
Saying
got
no chorus. As a matter of fact, I want a chorus similar to what we do, where that just basically just loops throughout the record. We're fine with that. We don't need anybody singing on this track. We move the weight.
all
There's no room for
right.
singing.
Jadakiss, Ghostface, Freeway, Jay-Z, featuring Just Blaze. How many times you want Just Blaze saying his name on the track? How many times does he yell it? It's the question.
Just once at the beginning, and
All
maybe at the
right.
end.
Ed, you've got 50 Cent. You got 50. So you got a motivated 50 Cent. With I'll say this at the very least, there's gonna be there's internet buzz about his track with Jim Jones and Nas that's going to be coming out, and it's featuring Redman off his latest album, and it's got 50 Cent.
I forgot.
That's
Ed's throwing out the olive branch with having Nas and Jomo on the same track.
That's right. That's right. It's all love here. Heat makers is also peacemakers. Is how that's how I'm. That's gonna be my marketing tagline because I got the heat makers on the beat. So heat makers
Heat
turning
makers
into
and
peacemakers.
peacemakers.
That might be
All
the
right.
name of my track. Actually, how about them? My marketing plan, because I actually do some marketing for a living, is I would actually hope that 50 Cent got a show coming out on ABC or Stars. I would want him, or like the best hook, probably going to be, he will be selfish and put his, but he should put Nas in the track as far as the opening credits. That's going to, if the show pops up like BMF or Godfather of Harlem, people are going to gravitate to YouTube and steal my shit or put it on Spotify and I'll get my clicks that way. And so that's my marketing plan. Have it to be the opening theme. I think when you in today's era of music, you got to put it on a TV show or you got to put it on a commercial so that it gets some sort of traction online, or it's got to be hot on TikTok. And I don't know how to use TikTok, so and this ain't
Neither
dance
do
beats with
I.
heat makers. So
Josh, do
that
you think that just putting Dre and Kendrick and Eminem on a track is enough? That you don't need to worry about it being on anybody's anything. That's enough, and then Q-Tip, and then Chuck D.
Well, and you also need Mary to sing the hook. I mean,
Oh,
I was gonna
that's
forget
a
my
good
hook.
choice.
Are
Hold on.
you
Can I really quick my hook? I'm gonna give her whatever money she wants. I want Sade out of retirement to sing my hook.
Oh,
That's it.
okay? Anybody else want to throw on R&B or somebody on their track at the very end that just
Michelle
shows
A.
up? Michelle.
you know, I'll throw one on there. Let's go with Faith. We're gonna throw Faith Evans on there.
Ooh,
Okay, so Michelle A. and you've got Faith. All right. Well, since we're making this all like
Michelle.
that,
Michelle.
She's not gonna sing. She's just
I
gonna
would,
like
actually,
yell
she'll
at
be
if
an
on.
imaginary person after young Chris finishes it.
and
She's just gonna go off on a rant
think,
about
thinking it.
it's gonna be about Dre beating her, and it's gonna be this to
Oh
his track.
no, no, no,
Michelle
no,
A gonna diss
no,
Dr.
no!
Dre at the
Don't do
end of the
that! Don't
track.
do that! Don't do that! We got jobs, sir. We got jobs. Don't do that.
Oh,
Why
wait a
else
Oh,
minute.
bring Michelle
if
A on?
if it well, if I can't get Sade, since Heatmaker's whole style is speeding people's voices up, I would want him to sample one of Sade's songs and put her somehow in the hook. So, but
We're not
I want
drafting
I
samples,
like
Ed.
that.
I
We're
want
not drafting
Sade on my
samples.
All right.
shit. I want to say featuring Sade. That is my favorite woman on the planet. Sorry, wife. But that is my favorite woman on the planet. Even Bonnie takes a back seat. Sorry, Bonnie. I'm gonna get killed to this.
So say I'm not trying to find out for where
Ed
shoes
just
get
sealed
thrown
his
from.
demise.
Seriously, it didn't make any sense. It wasn't like it was provoked or anything like that.
Right, just
But
dry snitching.
but you know what? That's what people do at times after getting all excited. You got a nice little track here. I'm going to recap all of these posse cuts. You can see all the participants and everything detailed on martinkester.com. And listeners can decide. We'll try and put up a poll who's got the hottest fictional track in the comment section below. I'd like to thank all of my guests for stopping by the terminal tonight. I'll be back hopefully with something better to put down. Take it easy down your life's highway and have a good evening.